All right, welcome back to Fleccas Talks, the podcast, episode 317. Today on the show, we body snatched Maduro out of Venezuela. We're going to tell you why that's actually a good thing. Then Tim Walz drops out of the 2026 governor's race. We're going to go over that and some more of the Somali fraud that was exposed. Then we have some gross jobs to tell you about in Cringe of the Week. And last but not least, in Urban Decay, we have some Black Christmas highlights you're not going to want to miss. All this and more. It's Fleccas Talks, the podcast, episode 317, ranked the best news podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words. But at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool.
Fleccas Talks, the podcast, featuring Richard Grabboy.
All right, 1 for 1 on the intro, as always. Guys, I don't know about you, but during the break, my diet and health routine kind of went off the rails. Candy, cake, Chinese, late night ordering pizza, stuff like that, desserts, lots of desserts. It got pretty bad pretty fast, but now that we're in the new year, it's time to reset and get back on track. Let's undo all that, and for a New Year's resolution, let's actually give our bodies what it needs. And for me, this fresh start starts with Cove Pure. Here's the thing. Everyone starts the new year with new diet routines, workouts, supplements, all of these things, but they ignore the most basic thing that is the most important, the water we're drinking. Even mild dehydration impacts energy, focus, and metabolism. And when you think about all the garbage that's in our water, you're starting behind the curve before you even begin. Cove Pure changes that immediately. Their ClearWave technology is certified to remove up to 99.9% of contaminants. Pretty much anything that isn't water. PFAs, microplastics, pharmaceutical residue, fluoride, it all gets removed with Cove Pure. It's the purest water you can get. And what I like most about Cove Pure is it makes water taste good. It's clean, it's crisp, it's refreshing, and I've actually been drinking more water lately, and I've been cutting back on my diet sodas. Another plus is it sits right on your countertop. You don't need to install special hoses or drill holes or call a plumber. You just plug it in and you're good to go. Fresh water is on the way. Cove Pure makes it easy to get pure water with just the push of a button. So this year, let's make a New Year's resolution that actually sticks. Let's improve our health by improving our water. Right now, you can get $200 off for a limited time when you use my Cove Pure link. It's covepure.com/Fleccas. That's covepure.com/Fleccas for $200 off. Go there today. This offer won't last long. And let's get back on track for the new year. Thank you to Cove Pure for sponsoring. Let's get into housekeeping. All right, thank you to Cove Pure for sponsoring.
Thank you, Cove Pure.
We like Cove Pure.
Oh, yeah.
We fill it up and we slurp it down.
We drink it. We drink it. We drink Cove Pure. Yes.
It is very good, clean, crisp water.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope everyone had a nice 2-week vacation.
It's 2026. Everybody had 2 weeks off. So if you're back at work now, you had 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
With us.
Depressing Monday.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
And now we're all back in the routine again, and we're going to Groundhog's Day Truman Show the whole year.
It's time to lock in.
It is time to lock in.
You guys had your fun. It's time to lock in. Episode 317. Shout out to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Shout
and
out
that
to
starts
Joey.
with Cove Pure.
Okay.
All right, we have a big packed show, as I'm sure you guys know. Like, there's tons of clips and stories to get to.
It's called Pent Up. We have a Pent Up show.
Pent up, more assets than usual, but I do want to start with some funny stories.
Okay.
So I was with Chinese...
Trying to read the notes frantically before you get into this.
It says, welcome back. Okay. I actually don't have no notes for this, but I was with Chinese Donut Boy, and we were at a mall doing some Christmas shopping before Christmas, and then we went to the food court.
Okay.
And we were getting free samples of like the Chinese food, even though we didn't eat it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny where you go like, oh, can I try that? Oh, bourbon chicken? How about that? Oh, Szechuan beef? Interesting. As if we don't know what bourbon chicken is.
I know.
As if we haven't eaten it a million times. And it's just a free sample just to get a little taste while you're walking around. I wasn't going to blow it out that day. But you're going, oh, no, that's the bourbon chicken? Oh, okay. Oh, it's just the teriyaki?
But they know that too. They're hoping to get you in.
But they give you the little sticks, and it didn't work. And I pretend,
I have self-control. It didn't work on me, the Asian food at the mall
Szechuan
court.
beef. I might come back for that.
You know?
As if I haven't eaten pounds of it. So I thought that was funny. And then the other thing I wrote down, I thought was funny, or not funny, but serious. When you go to the airport, you always check the board.
Yeah, you went to the wrong gate, I'm assuming?
I had outdated information, and then they emailed me the updated gate info, and I'm already like cutting it to the wire. And I get all the way to my gate at the end of the terminal, and they go, oh, you're not in B16, you're in A17.
Horrible.
And I'm already late. And I had to run back, and then it didn't update on my Google Wallet. When you get to the airport, old school, you check the board.
You are, that's your archetype. You're a late at the airport kind of guy. You're scrambling around. Oh, I did the route. I planned it the best. And you're struggling at the airport. I'm an app guy. I want the airline to text me. I'm all over it. So
there's a thing,
that doesn't happen to me.
Where I have access to like lounges at the airport.
Yeah, Amex, whatever.
We got to go hang out at the airport.
The airport lounges have gone straight downhill because it's a part of every credit card program, and then they don't even let you in sometimes. It's like it's credit card point scammer cattle. It's not even exclusive anymore.
Who goes to the airport with that much time where you're going to go sit in a comfy chair and have a breakfast buffet?
International layovers.
Aren't you running to the gate? Aren't you kind of like sweating when you get to your seat because, I barely made it?
Yeah, you are.
I am. All right, let's get into the show.
Okay.
Unless you have anything.
No, I told Bonus Land I was sick. I got the fever.
He botched his whole break.
My whole vacation is I'm recovering. I'm taking medicines.
And he finally gets back to normal, and then the show starts back up again.
It's like I still have a slight cough. I'm fucked. So it wasn't a great break for me, but, nice to see family, I guess.
It's nice to see family.
Nice to see family,
Nice
I
to
guess.
see family, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our first story.
I would rather not be sick and miss the family, though. That's interesting, because that's a bad sickness. Whole week is gone, I'll talk to you on FaceTime.
Mr. and Mrs. Rap Boy.
Yeah.
That truth comes out.
Fuck it.
Rap Boy Senior.
I'd rather be healthy.
All right, let's get to the show. We have a lot to get to. Some stuff will be faster than others. This is kind of a quick story, but can you give that a read?
Yeah, guy tried to break into J.D. Vance's house with a hammer. William DeFore, 26, was charged after trying to break into Vice President J.D. Vance's Ohio home, and he was using a hammer to break the windows.
And it gets interesting because William DeFore is actually a trans who goes by Julia.
Yeah, male to female trans, Julia, in quotes. And, the difference between these two pictures is that soft gay smile. They think that makes you a woman. Visible man, soft gay smile, all of a sudden you're a woman. Doesn't really make sense to me. And one thing I've noticed, I don't know if you have any notes on this, the trans people are often incapable and come up, I'll go to his Ohio home after he's back in D.C. already, break in with a hammer. They're incapable a lot of times. The trans people are incapable. And the one effective one we've seen, there's obviously that trans shooter at that Tennessee school who got shot, and we also have body cam footage of that. And then Tyler Robinson, trans adjacent, killed Charlie Kirk, but he wasn't trans. He just liked them. So there's some interesting thing about capabilities here. In male to female, I don't think they're the most capable.
And then there's a lot of violence from the community, obviously. And I think a broader point, we may have mentioned this like years ago, testosterone makes you kind of testosterone, right? And then estrogen makes you like a crazy girl.
Yes.
And then when you
emotional.
When you mix the two, you become like this emotional mess.
Yeah.
Who's maybe more prone to do violence.
I'll go to J.D. Vance's house right now.
Yeah, you get kind of like ramped up and you spiral, and you have the testosterone to follow through, and then the estrogen to make you crazy. It's a bad mix.
Yeah, it's like a fever dream too. I'm gonna go to the vice president's house, break in with a hammer. There's no Secret Service there. Like, you're gonna get shot dead.
Hammer.
So it's harebrained.
Yeah.
Estrogen harebrained plan failed. So
good call.
But this counts as trans terror. I'm counting it. Whoops.
Adding it.
Whoops.
All right, next we have a Tim Walz update that we mentioned. He's not running for re-election after Nick Shirley exposed all the Somali fraud.
Yeah, shocking development in the 2026 race for Minnesota governor. Tim Walz will likely announce Monday he will drop out of the race. He did announce he held a press conference, and he didn't answer any questions. He kind of slithered away. And a lot of people are speculating that Amy Klobuchar is moving in for that spot. She's going to run and then potentially appoint Tim Walz to the Senate with that governor power.
Interesting.
So it could be just a Indiana Jones bait and switch with two retards.
Yeah, and hopefully he goes to jail instead.
Yeah, you're not out of it. You're not out of it just because you step aside. And it is good to see this phenotype go down. That bumbling dad that, I'll let my daughter answer for me on that one. I don't know enough about abortion to give you an answer. Here's Hope Waltz. The sitcom dad phenotype.
Homer Simpson retard, jail.
Yeah. So jail, prison, jail.
And that's the thing. We're going to get to this in the migrant section, all the Somali stuff. But there is a thing where, like, we expose all the fraud. Mm-hmm. Nothing gets done. They keep doing it. We're the retard.
Yeah, that's been actually a long theme.
So, like, everyone needs to go to jail from, like, the lowest level Somali fraudster all the way up to the governor. And if he doesn't, then we're, like, allowing it. And that's the bigger problem. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I'm sure you guys have figured this out. This type of fraud is happening all over the country.
New York, California. Home health aides, feeding kids, anything you can get a large number of children purported to be doing, it's going to get scammed.
It's all in Ohio and Maine, and every Somali is a criminal.
Yes. We saw someone, or a potential criminal maybe.
Or knows what's going on, doesn't say anything. That's illegal too.
And I think, what is it, 80% of Somalians are on welfare?
Yeah.
How does that happen? We're going to get to that later, I guess.
We're going to get to that in the migrant section.
Okay.
Let's go on to our next story. This was one you liked a lot.
Yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy came out with another op-ed, basically, an opinion article. He's writing a lot of those. He's typing a lot.
He's on the computer with his feet out.
He was busy over break. Social media is a trap for politicians. I'm swearing off Instagram and X, where it's too easy to get a distorted sense of the public's concern, by Vivek Ramaswamy in the Wall Street Journal. Yeah,
ignore your criticisms. Those are just outlandish extremists.
Those are bots and foreigners. They don't count for anything. I don't have to listen to them, basically, is what Vivek said. But we bullied Vivek off social media, and we need to bully him out of politics forever. You can go scam in pharma. Go do whatever you do in pharma, bro. Stay away from running the fucking country or some of our major states, right?
Very true. All right, over the weekend, Mandami got inaugurated on Quran.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then there was a ceremony, and here's a clip from one of the speakers.
I'd like to dedicate this poem to my trans, queer, foreign students of color at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
He's not even hiding it, and
he's just telling it. My trans, foreign, of color, right?
And this is something that, like, if we were writing a joke for a sketch, like a right-wing sketch comedy thing.
Too heavy-handed.
It would be too on the nose.
Yeah.
You'd go, it's a little too obvious. It's kind of cliche. It's like the lesbian dance theory joke. It's kind of old. He literally said it day one.
I know.
He just day one. He just immediately went to it.
I know. You can't even parody these people anymore. They'll do it themselves. Some guy will do it themselves. And that's a professor. That's the parody. That's the next thing. He gives people grades. He has power over students.
That's
in Tennessee.
Yeah. That's a professor.
I'm like snapping. I'm snapping already.
And then we covered in Bonus Land a few days ago, Mandami also made a lesbian the fire chief of New York.
Yeah.
So we got something to look forward to there.
A lot of burnt down houses in the Bronx coming soon.
And then this is the person who he made the housing director. Here's an old clip from her.
I think the reality is that for centuries, we've really treated property as an individualized good and not a collective good. And we are going to transitioning to treating it as a collective good and towards a model of shared equity will require that we think about it differently. And it will mean that families, especially white families, but some POC families who are homeowners as well, are going to have a different relationship to property than the one that we currently have.
So they're going to take your stuff.
Yes. Different relationship to property than we currently have. White people. That means take your stuff eventually, if she can.
Yeah.
And then
take your stuff.
Yeah, take your stuff. It's simplified. That was a little less heavy-handed. The guy, she's like dressing it up in some almost academic words. Like, collective property. Someone might go, that sounds good. This guy's like, to transform black people. Also, one thing I wanted to note, just in general, these people, the leftists, Remember when there was that massive push during COVID and George Floyd where everybody went crazy with like trying to grab as much as they could in terms of like anti-white hiring or different sort of rules that would just let a violent black person out? You know how they all changed? There was also a ton of tape put up on Zoom calls. People were saying the dumbest shit possible. I guarantee you this was from almost that era. And then they pulled up the tape. People were putting some horrendous takes on tape during that time.
Everyone's job became a podcast, kind of.
Exactly. And on Zoom. So, I mean, we need to scour some of these. Everyone has their horrible Zoom moments, right?
Very true. All right, our next story is about the healthcare industry and how bad it is. We're going to go kind of fast-paced through it, but we do have some good points to make. Can you read that first one?
Yeah, this was new over the break. Tortillas sold in California are going to have a new ingredient, one that's intended to help nurture healthy infants, and it's folic acid.
And then there's a reply of what exactly folic acid is.
Yeah, California Democrats are the dumbest legislators in American history. Adding folic acid to tortillas that no one asked for will be a public health catastrophe. People with the MTHFR genetic mutations cannot process folic acid, and it becomes toxic in their bloodstream. Interesting.
Then they'll need some health care.
But it's for all those Mexican babies ripping tortillas up. That's who we need to make laws for.
And they're making it a requirement to add it to the food, which is just like, let people supplement themselves.
Great.
Then there was a federal judge that blocked RFK Jr.'s move to ban artificial food dye.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird.
Interesting.
Artificial food dye, we don't need that.
That's a constitutional.
Actually.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
With the big nails.
Yeah.
So this is her.
This is who did it.
Yeah.
And that's who blocked the ban, which is weird because food dye is not, there's no upside. It's like, well, it's good for this and bad for this. It's just you're dyeing it with dye.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops don't need to look like that. And then I'm not surprised when you see a federal judge like that make a decision that stops good from happening, considering the people that were put in under Obama and Joe Biden.
Specifically Joe Biden, more so, right?
Joe Biden especially. It's not hard to become a federal judge anymore. And we have some stats here about LSAT scores.
Yeah, among the top LSAT scorers, which is 170 or above, 82.5% are white, 15.6% are Asian, 1.6% are Hispanic, and 0.3% are black. Approximately 80% of all U.S. attorneys are white, and of Biden's 200 federal judges, 37% were white, 42% mix of Hispanic and black, and 14% Asian. So
it's kind of weird where
he cooked the books.
Yeah, 0.3% get high LSAT scores, and then 40-something% of the people you put in are black and Hispanic.
Yeah, and that was literal DEI. The wick on that goes for as long as these people are alive, basically. So Joe Biden stealing the election gave us a bunch of numbskull, unqualified black women. Same thing as Joe Biden when he announced that he was going to pick a black running mate, right? So all these people are DEI people, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, and it results in bad things happening, like the food dye is going to stay in the food. That's a public health issue. And then you have people who are actually going to die in real life, like this next story.
Yeah, this is Judge Joy Kennedy. Earlier this month, she lowered the bail for a repeat violent offender to $5,000 in Cleveland. 5 days later, he killed a man named Ben McComas. And
Very sad.
He looks like Kyler Murray. Looks like a quarterback of the Cardinals.
Yeah. Wow, maybe in a different world.
Killer.
Yeah, if you worked
Maybe in the same world. Maybe they're both killers. Maybe he's his cousin.
It looks like him. And then we have a clip from that woman doing a podcast, the judge, and this is her motivation for her job.
So I have the experience and I want to serve with compassionate justice. So that's what I want to do. Everybody doesn't need to go to prison, but some people do. Some people do. And you want someone with the temperament and the ability to make that sound decision. And I think I have that.
Well, you don't.
Yeah. She's going to make a gut call on who needs to go to prison or not.
And when she sees a black guy, she goes, I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm compassionate towards him.
Yeah. A white guy, well, it's time to do things a little different.
Yeah, max prison sentence.
Yeah.
All these people are agents of change, too. Like, these people go in there with, like, some ideological thing. It's not to make the world better. It's not to make people safer. It's to make one specific thing happen, and it's, like, less consequences for my brethren.
Mm-hmm. And then, to be honest, that judge and all these people who are put in who aren't qualified, they fall under the useful idiot category.
Oh, certainly.
Like, oh, I'm a judge. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, you're a judge.
Hey, you're the best judge.
You're good. Go out there.
Compassionate, right?
Hey, got to let this guy go. He looks like you. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I should. I really should.
And this is happening, like we said, with judges, lawyers, whatever. And it's also happening in the medical field as well. We can't play the music, but this girl made a post. It's her graduating med school. And can you read the caption?
Yeah, it says, when you are applying for medical school, everyone is going to tell you not to apply with a 2.7 GPA and a 498 MCAT because you won't get in. It's important that you apply anyway. And here she is getting her white coat and filming herself at the doctor's office.
Now she a doctor.
And guess what? Your grandpa's going to go see her. And let's hope they're not a medical malpractice.
And it's funny because a 297 GPA.
Yeah.
That was like what my GPA was.
Mm-hmm. And you had to lie to get a job, basically. Or like charm someone.
I charmed, but I wasn't trying to be a doctor.
Yeah, for sure. You were just trying to move hundreds of millions of dollars of fixed income products across banks.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But if you have under a 3.0, it's like, all right, you're not that good at like learning and regurgitating and understanding.
Yeah.
Unless you're black, then you could be a doctor.
It kind of shows me something too, because I don't know, medical school, I guess, is not that rigorous. Like there is a little bit of just get through, like no child left behind, but no doctor left behind. Because an MCAT that low and a GPA that low, you're not someone with high aptitude for medicine, right?
Very true.
So she kind of got pushed through.
And she'll go, what are you talking about? I got a good aptitude. Mm-hmm. It's not, you think it's attitude.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our final piece of this. Obviously, the medical industry, bigger picture.
How are all these related? Because this is kind of like, bad food dye, and then who are the judges? Their DEI, and then who are the doctors? Their DEI.
And then what's going on, the overarching theme of the whole medical industry, bad in general as well. It's all related.
Yeah.
Pharmacia, America's seniors are being over-medicated into oblivion.
Yeah.
And can you read some of the context from the article?
Yeah, this is from the Zero Hedge, and it's referencing a Wall Street Journal article that discovered 1 out of every 6 seniors that is enrolled in Medicare's drug benefit has been prescribed at least 8 different pharmaceutical drugs.
So they're loading them up.
Yeah. The boomers, it's like a whole experiment.
Yeah.
Where they're really just going, oh, you're lightheaded? Got a pill for that. Let's add this. Do they mix? Oh, you took a fall, huh? Let's get you off that Lipitor or whatever.
And there's I was talking to my dad about this during the break. There's like a bigger picture to the scam too, where once you're in Medicare or whatever, they just keep churning the billing.
Yeah.
So if you go to the doctor, they'll bill you for a million things, even if you didn't do it. And then a lot of the old people just pay it.
The government's paying too.
And the government pays, taxpayer dollars pay. And then there's situations too. You go to the doctor and he goes, all right, come back in 6 months. And you just ignore that.
Yeah. I know about that.
In the current medical industry, people call you the next day and say, oh, the doctor said he wants to see you in 6 months. How does July 18th work?
They
book you.
That's pretty standard.
And then you keep coming back.
That's pretty standard dentist shit. Right?
Yeah, but I remember back in the day.
You don't have to go.
They'd say, oh, come back in 6 months. And I go, okay, never talk to you again. And now, the doctor wants to see you in 6 months. How do you pull a date?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to our Venezuela section. This is like the story of the last week. You guys all saw the action. You all saw what happened. There's some bigger points we want to make. First, there's a picture of Trump with the team that did it.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
You notice anything?
Obviously, yeah.
It's all white guys.
High aptitude, high skill white men.
There's no fat black women. There's no Indian H-1Bs trying to steal your credit card info.
Yeah. Wait, I think that behind that black block face, I think that's a lesbian fire chief.
Yeah.
No, it's not. She'd be dumpy.
Oh,
the legs of a lesbian fire chief.
That 5'2" fat person must be a lesbian girl. Oh, wait, that's someone on their knees.
No, he's on his knees. He's shredded, and he killed 5 guys before this picture was taken. So whoopsie.
Yeah. So that's the big takeaway. When you need to get a high-level job done, you send in strong white guys. There's a lesson there.
That's actually, guys, that's always been true.
That's the whole country.
That's how the country was built. That's how Europe kind of ran things. That's how we fought Muslims in the Crusades.
That's why we're the best.
You send in white dudes in cavalry.
Yeah.
And now it's a little different. They're in a Black Hawk helicopter. They're in an Apache or something. But yeah, do you want to go high level here? We body snatched a president of a foreign country in our hemisphere, in our backyard, right across the Gulf or the ocean there. We body snatched him.
Yeah. And I want to make this clear. You guys know I'm not, and neither is Richard Rapway. We're not for foreign wars, regime change, endless wars in the Middle East that cost trillions of dollars.
Yes.
We got this done in like 40 minutes.
Yeah, this was a regime change, and it was precision. And I think this has become a theme of Donald Trump's, both of his presidencies, is precision, in and out, shock and awe. Like, he's earned some credibility to have the judgment to get away with one of these, and this was a sick one.
It was a crazy op.
Yeah.
The boys planned it.
The boys, it's months of planning. It's heavy with like CIA on the ground, intelligence, like cooperating, telling everybody exactly where to go, what we're going to do, shut down the lights. It was a cool op.
We stole a president.
Yeah.
Like that.
Black bagged him, zipped him up.
We stole him, body snatched.
Yeah.
And we got $17 trillion worth of oil.
Maybe. That's what they're saying, but maybe it's also like Venezuelan oil is like harder to refine or something, but we got some spoils. That's what I'm in it for.
Spoils.
I need spoils when I come
Gold, Bitcoin, oil. We body snatched the president. We lost no men and no equipment.
in. And now everybody's on notice too.
And that's
There's kind of a hemisphere-wide notice that just went out.
And that's where I'm at. I'm not for regime change. I'm not for foreign interference and all this stuff. But if we can do a hour op and steal a president, let's run Cuba. Let's just take Cuba.
If everyone's scared, that's good
Cuba's
for
right
us.
there.
Cuba never sat right with me. And you know what? Let's hedge this a little bit. You see Lindsey Graham gloating with Trump on Air Force One about it. I don't like that. I don't like when I overlap with the warmongers when they're happy.
Yeah, there's an Israel angle too. I don't want to get into, but
We're not even going to get into it.
but Cuba should be ours, like
Cuba's
Puerto
90
Rico.
miles, 90 miles off the coast, and we just let them antagonize us with Russia for so long. That should have been handled. Same thing, Mexico's on notice, Colombia's on notice, Greenland, that's ours. So there's a little bit of like swagger that comes with doing an op like this. Like I'll equate it to, you know how there's the meme or the storyline, you go into prison, you're a fish, you got to fight the biggest guy you see on day one. You don't have to keep fighting him every day you're in prison forever. Everyone knows not to fuck with you. So this is kind of one of those moments. It felt good. It's like we body snatched him. I can't even remember an op happening like this in the past. So our credit in the hemisphere is up, and we need to do, we took a tanker already. The spoils of war is important for me.
Yeah.
Lost nobody. So I don't care.
And if we steal Cuba next, we can like put them together with Puerto Rico and call them like U.S. affiliate islands. No one votes.
No votes. No one votes.
And we go on vacation. Open a Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah. We go on, Ritz-Carlton's important. We go on vacation. Cuba's ours.
Yeah.
What's wrong with everybody? Foreign policy is easy.
Especially when it's an hour op. It's not years in Venezuela. It was an hour over the weekend on like a Saturday night. I didn't even notice.
And then in terms of international law, fake and gay international law, it's just anybody can do whatever they want as long as they can. That's it. I remember in undergrad at Dartmouth, I was an international relations major. And I remember they're kind of in one of the high level classes, they were talking about realism versus like liberalism in the worldview. And there's many of different like subsets in the ideology. Realism, and it's like, well, the world is anarchy. The only thing that's respected is power. And then liberalism is like, well, we should all work together and establish a framework and blah, blah, blah. And when I was 18, 19, young man, and I go, which one rings true? Power is wherever it's taken from? Or Europe and America work together and create an international court?
Yeah. That's
We ignore
so
that
true.
shit.
We ignore that shit.
So-
it's crazy that we can snatch a president and we can't even deport Kilmar Abreu Garcia or whatever.
That's just the lopsided fucking dice that a president has. Like basically blank check, foreign influence, and then some black Biden judge when you need to deport a fucking MS-13 guy.
All right, and our last piece I want to talk about.
Slightly blackpilling.
Yeah, it is. There is another angle to this too. Like, I'm hoping that this is Maduro's going to cooperate. He's doing thumbs up in those pictures. Maybe there's a timeline where he cooperates, talks about the CIA stolen election stuff. And it's the same stuff that WikiLeaks talked about. Venezuela is like where they host a lot of the voting machine tech stuff.
Smartmatic. The
Smartmatic.
Venezuelan-owned Smartmatic Corporation is a riddle both in ownership and operation, complicated by the fact that its machines have overseen several landslide and contested victories by President Hugo Chavez.
So it would be sick if he is cooperating, he exposes that, we get a resolution on 2020 election fraud, like what Sidney Powell was talking about.
You're dreaming.
And hopefully he'll testify against the deep state, and we're currently keeping him in the same prison as Epstein.
Yes.
So hopefully it goes a little better than last time.
Oh, whoops, I fumbled and there's a gun in his door. And actually something that we're not going to cover in this episode, but it came out right as we were breaking, is like the Fulton County, Georgia bullshit numbers.
Yeah.
Didn't something happen there where like 300,000 ballots weren't signed appropriately?
Yeah.
And you, the American voter who was disenfranchised by Joe Biden, thus incurring all those black judges, you find out 5 years later. Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
And there's like 300,000 questionable ballots, and the election came down to like 20,000 votes. So it's like Joe Biden lost by like 280,000, and then they have like 20,000 extra or whatever. So that was frustrating. And then Trump actually tweeted a video of like the election workers doing that weird handoff.
Yes.
Which I made a video about in 2020. And that's the same people that Rudy Giuliani accused of malpractice or whatever. And then he got sued and lost everything. So that's all coming back around.
Yeah.
I rewatched some of those old election fraud videos I did, and we got them pretty good. And everything that we talked about ended up coming true in the last few months. Trump's been tweeting the exact stuff we were talking about.
Yeah. Don't let him gaslight you.
Don't let him gaslight you.
And that's another trend I'm noticing. Like, how long have we been talking about Somali fraud? And we're going to get into it, right? But then it seems like the Nick Shirley video, and like it hit a breaking point. So there's like months of groundwork that happens in the background of right-wing Twitter, right-wing thinkers. And sometimes it's like weird because I'm like, yeah, I knew all that fraud was happening. Yeah, I knew they were charging for 4,000 kids a day, and we make like reels on this shit. Mm-hmm. And then it finally reaches a tipping point. And I don't know. It's just like, it seems like the track record is good.
Yeah.
Trust your instincts. Don't get gaslighted. Our track record is good in general. The right way.
We know what's going on. Yeah. And then our last piece is a tweet I thought was funny.
Well, yeah, Maduro's he's being held in the Southern District of New York, that region. And this guy said, Trump sticking Maduro in an NYC jail immediately after Mamdani becomes mayor, saddling him with this commie albatross that his libtard base will constantly hector him over while he's able to do absolutely nothing about it is so fucking funny.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of our Venezuela section. Let's move on to our migrant section.
Yeah.
Unless you have any other pieces.
Oh, Venezuela, this guy, he rigged elections. Maduro rigged elections. His people are starving. Venezuela was basically the worst offender of sending the shittiest people to America during the Biden weakness. Fuck this country. They all need to go back. We're going to run the country, but, really just install a puppet who's like heavily impressed by the CIA. Heavily handled by the CIA. Whether or not you trust the CIA to do it is kind of up for debate. But yeah, I don't know. Clean up. I don't fucking care. I trust Trump these days to do something quick, clean, and not over leveraged. Right?
Yeah.
So
what if we send all the migrants to Venezuela?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. And I have a feeling some fat, loud, painted nails judge is gonna say no to that.
That's so true. All right, let's get to our migrant section. That's where we're at now. First, Trump tweeted stats of welfare recipients based on ethnicity.
Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Somalia, 71%. Yemen Arab Republic, 75%. Bhutan, 81%. The Marshall Islands, the Dominican Republic, all high. Congo, Guinea, Cape Verde, Iraq, Armenia. You know which countries are shit, guys. They're the same countries that show up in the rape statistics in England. They're the same that show up in the Who Ruined Germany section, right?
Yeah. And it's crazy because these people don't add a lot of value when they get here. And not only do they not add value, they're taking value away, which is obviously different than the relatives of us who were immigrants who came here generations ago. They came here with no safety net.
And then there's been a lot of talk about this, like, obviously it shouldn't happen. If you don't pay into the system, you can't take from the system. But they do, and they're stealing our birthright, Think about people who've been here for generations and their parents paid in, and then that's compounded. Like, this is real birthright shit. We watched Tim Waltz squander surplus in the Minnesota tax base, squander that down to Somali fraud. And it's like, that was your birthright. So it's numbers, it's welfare, it's, oh, you helped him with a house or food. And it's like our money. So
true. And
there should be more of a personal feeling about it, is what I'm saying, right?
And we work some stupid fat job that we hate.
You go into an office at I come here. We have fun.
Yes.
We're unique. We're unique. But you go into some stupid office and then a Somali, it's really tax fraud season unless something totally happens.
Microwave lunch.
You microwave your fucking lunch. You fell for one of those ads. One of those fucking, oh, this is Factor. You microwave it. Barstool advertises this. You eat your fucking slop while the Somalis get rich off your birthright.
So true.
People should be angrier.
You should be mad.
Yeah.
You should be mad. We have an update here. The 20,000 illegal aliens and migrants are now suing after President Trump forced California to revoke their CDLs. So the illegals who have CDLs are suing the president.
Let's get them all in a courtroom. All at once. And then surround that courtroom with ICE. How the fuck are illegals even, or non-citizens even allowed to waste time in our already packed courtrooms? Makes me sick.
Taking places on the docket.
Yeah.
Docket.
There you go.
I know docket.
You know stuff. All
right, we have some more egregious examples of publicly elected officials. We're going to go kind of fast through it. But first, this guy is a mayor
of Lawrence, Massachusetts.
And he doesn't speak English.
So I'm advised by counsel for the respondent that they indeed encourage this and had substitution and have no objection and waive any objection they would have to the use of your services as a translator here.
So he's the mayor and he doesn't speak English. And we have
There's nothing to even say. Like,
it's parody, but it's real.
Yeah.
And this guy is the same thing. He's elected official, and listen to what he's proud of.
Norwich is the only city in America that have Sikh flag in the office, even before me.
The flag is a constant reminder of the mayor's faith right over his shoulder.
The faith actually plays a very important role, even while we tie the turban every day. It's a reminder to serve community. We are acknowledging.
So he has that going on. That's the mayor of Norwich.
Norwich, Connecticut, which, I don't know much of the history of Norwich, but I'm going to guess 400-year-old town. History all the way back to fucking right when the Mayflower came, basically.
I think there's like one of those mills where the water comes through the mill and then it just goes.
Old school shit.
It goes forever.
Yeah.
And it just grinds up the grain or powers a power plant, or I don't know what they do with it.
Yeah, incorporated in 1784.
But there's a water mill, and now there's a Sikh mayor. There's
and
deer.
The news crew comes in.
The deer run around.
The news crew comes in to pump his flag and turban and whatever.
And the deer hop around, and there's a river that has a water thing.
Everyone's on notice.
And there's a fucking Sikh mayor.
Yeah.
And then this lady's running for Senate.
Yeah, this is Lakeisha M. Alston. She's running for North Carolina Senate, District 22, and you can't see her face because she is some sort of Muslim, but her name's Lakeisha. So she's one of those foundational black American who switched to Muslim.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we have an example here of the percentage of students who speak something other than English at home. This was a presentation at a school board meeting.
In Maine.
In Maine.
So this slide here really points out a couple of big things. We've seen it over time how our community has changed, right? And one of the things that's really important when we look at the 2025 data, the number of students that we have that speak a different language at home has drastically increased. So our community is changing.
Drastically increased.
Grades 7 and 8 in Maine, one of the whitest states there is, and thus one of the safest. 24% of grades 7 and 8 speak a different language at home. So we caught them mid-replacement. You know the great replacement fact?
Yeah.
We're catching them as it happens.
And that's like a 5X from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And there's a tweet I thought was very interesting. If you take a 90 IQ person out of an 80 IQ country and bring them to America where the average IQ is 100, both countries have now gotten dumber for him moving.
That's very wise. And it's true.
Very true.
And we need to protect our edge. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we talk about it all the time. But giving away your edge and making your population dumber so that Democrats can be like a one-party rule state is such short-sighted bullshit. Like, I'll be in a gated community. The country's going to suck.
Yeah,
if we let in these mouth
But
breathers.
the problem is they want it to suck because they think the country was created because of slavery or because of like some
punishment,
horrible past that's like an example of the white man's issues and what the bad things he does to America.
Okay.
So they're trying to like attack back the white man.
Gotcha.
Makes sense, right?
Ish.
Yeah.
It's like a complex issue.
They want to destroy the country because the country's white, and you can only say the country's so good because white people like use slavery or immigrants, and they're trying to punish the white people. Yeah. And we have more elected officials doing bad stuff. This is Michelle Wu, the Boston mayor.
You cannot talk about any achievement that the city of Boston has had in safety, jobs, and economic development, in education, without talking about the Somali community that has lifted our city up.
Isn't that the opposite?
Again, one of the oldest cities in America. Somalis came here after the Mogadishu 1991, the war, the coup in Somalia. There's no fucking world. They speak in these broad terms. Name one fucking Somali who's done more than like a basic minimum job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no game changer Somalis. Believe me.
And they say you can't talk about any accomplishments without Somalis.
And we're in this interesting world where she knows it's bullshit. The reporter asking her the question knows it's bullshit. You, the viewer, knows it's bullshit. But everyone has to go like this. Take that, Trump.
Yeah.
It's a weird, very weird world that I'm glad I'm not a part of.
It's like she says education and safety. Well, education gets worse with all the Somali kids in school.
Yeah.
Safety gets worse with the scammers and the people who are violent who shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Just like complete doesn't make sense. Here we have the Somalis doing the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, it makes sense. They were pirates. They were here. They did it. They did it.
And then we have another person. This is Peggy Flanagan.
Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota.
Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota. This is what she's up to.
Assalamu alaikum. My name's Peggy Flanagan. I am the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, and I'm really...
You get it.
It's like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Peggy Flanagan.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Peggy Flanagan.
Yeah.
It's like a joke.
I know.
It's funny, but it's the real... She's the Lieutenant Governor.
Our job's not even hard. These guys do this shit for us. They they make it easy. It's like you're fighting against someone who's, I don't know, 100 pounds less than you and a girl. They're all retarded. And the point is, I guess a lot of Americans are retarded too.
Maybe. And then someone made a funny tweet. Somalis turning Minnesota into the Handmaid's Tale is actually very, very funny.
Yeah,
it's true.
They'll do this for a backwards third world country. But if you're right wing and you tell them to get an address, they go, no, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, it's so true.
Weird thing.
And I saw this meme I thought was funny. It says, it's a Norman Rockwell picture. I wanted the Somalis deported before I knew about the fraud. It's not even that crazy of a statement, of course.
Yeah, and you want to talk about someone, we saw someone tweeting about every illegal Somali needs to be deported. And it's like, every fucking Somali needs to be deported.
Every Somali needs to be deported.
Everyone who did crime, everyone who maybe plausibly knew about crime, anyone who did even half a little scam.
Neighbors.
They're going back to fucking Somalia.
People live in an apartment upstairs.
Yeah.
You got to go too.
Yep.
And we have an example here. Everyone saw the Nick Shirley clips, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So we're not
we
going to
don't
cover
wanna
those,
relitigate it.
but obviously go follow Nick Shirley. He's doing great work. Yeah. And we have some things to add on to it.
Here's a picture of 3 Somali daycares in one photo. Licensed for 90 kids, 71 adults, and 71 kids and 65 adults. It shows some of the numbers: 5 million in 2 years, 2.58 million in 2 years, and then boarded up, but it's still listed as active. The fraud is staggering. So they're all just shoehorned into these little like buildings.
You get a building.
They're scams. It's all fucking scams, right?
And they say, "Oh, you came when we weren't here."
Yeah.
The old guy who was leading Nick Shirley was like, I checked for years.
That's an old stakeout type of guy.
Yeah.
You know what he does. Big thermos, donuts, boomer shit.
He's got all kinds of documents.
I got the paperwork in my car, Nick. Let's go back to my car. The Minnesota accent.
So true. And then we all saw this guy. He was the one who was rebutting and coming back and defending the daycares. And then we found out that he was wearing $2,400 glasses.
Yeah, Chrome Hearts unisex eyeglasses. Chrome Hearts. That's a brand I just missed.
Yeah.
I
And then they threw a Yankees hat on him.
Yeah. He's American as you, brother.
The same.
These people are so, you can just tell by looking at them. These people aren't qualified to run a daycare. This guy's retarded.
Yeah,
and he's spending the money visibly on his body. He claimed that vandals broke in and stole all our paperwork. No.
Yeah, we actually have that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
There was another guy, the spokesperson for the Leering Center. Here's him in front of a Porsche with a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, they're all ugly, dysgenic, and they're robbing us. And that makes us more retarded than them.
Yeah, and then what do they do with the money? They buy expensive glasses and Louis bags and cars.
So they are black a little bit. I like to separate them from blacks because they're like a Muslim, Eastern Horn of Africa type. But when it comes to the looting and the plundering, they just buy luxury goods like our Americans.
That's true.
Yeah.
They get it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, here's the person saying what happened. Someone broke in and stole all the documents.
Of what they say vandals did. Now, this is where they say the vandals got into the daycare through cinder block and appeared to be unsuccessful when trying many other ways. The daycare says it appears the vandals first tried to saw into the door of the Family Dollar next door in the shopping center, but that didn't work. The manager claims those who broke in went straight to the office, stealing information of the many children who were taken care of here.
We are not a part of any harmful things that are being said. We have no problem with CCAP, and our licensing has been good, even the inspections. I want to say no intimidation is going to stop us.
Okay. Dang. So all the documents that prove the kids come to the place got stolen the day the fraud was exposed on social media.
How could this happen?
Oh, they broke through the wall.
Oh, they tried a cinder block move, and then the door was, I don't know, they tried the door too. All the paperwork's gone.
And that
There's nothing to get in a daycare other than the specific fraud paperwork. And they took it.
Oh, shit. Someone stole the proof that we have all these kids here.
Fuck. How am I going to prove that?
That would work in Somalia and everyone else maybe, but we're not Somali, so we don't believe it. And then I found this, a translation for I run a daycare center. It is not fraudulent. Can you read what it is in Somali?
Waksan mamula zaron zanano karurid ma'aha wax kiano. Kiano? Ah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucking made up.
There's no...
Keep it in the Horn of Africa, brother. Not in Minneapolis, not in Columbus, Ohio, not in Maine.
It's very true.
Stay out.
And then here's the energy of a lot of the Somalis. I want to make a broader point, but listen to how this girl describes the accusations of fraud.
Support everyone, and because people deserve to be here, because we shouldn't be illegal when this is literally stolen land.
So she's got the talking points.
No one's illegal. It's stolen land. Must be a third, fourth grader, something like that.
So that's the energy.
They learn those lessons very quickly once they get to America, right?
And they have a very entitled energy where they think they're better than us because we're bad people. So they're justified to steal from us if they can, especially considering we're not Muslims. We're basically like the Muslim version of Goyim.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, they're bad and they stole the land and they do all this bad stuff. So we're going to steal back. And if they don't catch us, haha, I'm going to go buy a Louis bag.
Yeah.
That's literally how they see it. They have an entitlement to it. And there's an energy where there's no appreciation. They think if they can, they will. And then that's our fault and we're stupid and fat.
And no matter how dumb an ethnic group is, it's very easy to figure out. You play the race card and you play the libtard card and you're above reproach after that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's like communism.
Yeah.
Social Marxism. And we don't have to get into who invented that.
We don't.
But we know.
But we know.
We know.
I know.
I'm
well aware.
And then we have welfare rates in the U.S. and Minnesota by household. This is a per capita by race, I guess.
We've actually shown this before. Somalis, a lot.
Somalis is the black bar. Yeah. Somali immigrant households is the gray bar as well. Mm-hmm. And then native households is the one that looks like our skin color.
Yeah. The only difference between the Somalis are in the U.S. more than 10 years. And it's not much of an improvement. So they're just fucking lifers. They're scammer lifers.
And it proves it's not about like getting on your feet and then you start off in America, then you get off the program.
I just need a leg up.
Yeah.
I'm a Somali who just needs a leg up. 10 years later, where's my fucking monthly food stamp check?
So
you fucking infidel.
Like that graph proves that
no improvement.
the social welfare program does not work.
Yeah.
All right, next we have this lady who's talking about the Leering Center guy, and she makes an interesting point.
Am I going crazy, or is this the same guy? Is the manager of the infamous Learning Center in Minneapolis also one of the guys that was dancing in the back of Mayor Jacob Frey's election victory video? The one that went super viral?
So that's all I wanted to point out. It's the same guy dancing in the background, and in my opinion, it's because they're using the fraudulent money from the state to give back to politicians on the Democrat side.
Yep.
And then we have some stats. We're going to go through these tweets kind of quick.
Remember that the number one profession in Minnesota is personal care attendants, not nurses or teachers or lawyers.
The number one business is scams.
Yeah.
Scamming is the number one thing.
Being an underqualified nurse, just showing up to some old guy's house and not knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You get a Somali now if you're in Minnesota.
Yeah. And then we have some more stats here.
50,000 Somali healthcare businesses. That's 1 per 3 Somali adults in the country. Note that's on top of daycare, autism therapy, child nutrition, who knows what else.
Who knew Somalis were so into...
They're industrious.
Yeah, daycare. They're love watching kids.
And they love serving at the pleasure of the government.
Yeah.
They for some reason, they can't make it in the private sector. It's very weird. Like, they don't start a daycare business that's open to all and just at an affordable rate. They need to get the government subsidies for some reason. It's very strange.
Very true. And then we have a meme of Nick Shirley and the boomer guy who did a lot of the research.
Yeah, the analytical boomer and the clout maxing zoomer is a powerful combo. There are old white guys like this in most cities. They're hiding in Facebook groups and comment sections of local newspaper websites. Find them and boost their research. Very true.
Very true.
Yeah.
And then we have a tweet here that talks about what we talked about a few seconds ago about the money going back to politicians.
Yeah, why were child and adult care centers in Minnesota maxing out donations to a Somali candidate in Washington?
We know why, because it's all a scam, and
all
that's how
Somali.
they get elected and the votes. And then can you read this guy's breakdown of the situation?
Let me get this straight. Somali immigrants get billions in taxpayer dollars for free for fraudulent daycares. In exchange, they fund Democratic candidates with the free money. Democratic politicians like Waltz, Omar, etc. ensure that the fraudulent payments continue. How is that not instant jail?
Needs to be instant jail.
Super instant jail.
And our last piece of this migrant section, or this part of the migrant section, is Ilhan Omar. There was an update from her in the New York Post.
Yeah, her husband, his $30 million firm quietly scrubs names from website as squad member faces mounting questions on sudden wealth amid Minnesota welfare fraud. So her net worth went up like a fucking rocket. She's got this, Jewish husband?
Probably.
He's running a hedge fund now?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Real Democrat power couple. But are they powerful from the private sector, or are they just raiding the coffers of the American taxpayer? Time will tell. I got a feeling it's the latter.
Yep, very true. So let's finish our migrant section strong. This is a home health and personal care stat. Can you give that a read?
And we just want to transition this to California. Imagine what's going on there. New York. Imagine what's going on there. Treat the GDP of a state, approximately how many electoral votes it has, right? Or population or something. Minnesota is a middle tier state, and I've seen numbers as high as 19 billion for the Somali fraud. Imagine what's going on in California and New York, and I think that's what this was referencing. 14.3% of every home health and personal care aid in the entire United States is in New York. One state, 1/7 of the nation's AIDS. 60 out of every 1,000 jobs in New York is a home health care job. 6% of all employment. Something very lucrative is happening inside a taxpayer-funded system with almost no scrutiny. And it goes on, it lists some things. But the point is, there's industries, there's other states where this fraud and scammy nature and getting on the teat of the government while doing minimal work is basically a lifestyle. 6% of all employment in New York? What are you talking about?
It's a lot. And then when we think about what Elon was talking about with Doge, where he basically said $1.5 trillion a year of the federal budget is just straight fraud. It's not waste, it's just actual fraud. And then you do 1.5 trillion, and you say you do that for 10 years, half of our national debt comes from fraud.
Yeah. And Elon has been circling back. He's been very heavily right-wing. I think he had dinner with Trump at Mar-a-Lago recently. He kind of had his crash out where he wasn't going to get to do as much as he could. And he circled back and he's like, okay, but Democrats can't win in 26. Right?
Yeah.
So he's back in the fold and we'll see, I guess.
All right, let's finish this section strong. We have some stats out of California about fraud. Can you give that a read, please?
Yeah, $70 billion in California taxpayer funds have been lost, according to a 92-page report by the California State Auditor.
So that's bad. And there's all different levels this fraud is taking place. Mm-hmm. Next, we have, this is a Brampton food bank. I don't know where Brampton is.
Canada somewhere. I think outside of Ontario. I'm not positive, though.
But it's just the vibes of what these migrants are doing. This is a food bank that was set up, and there's someone showing up in a $75,000 Lexus. So you can see here, there's the food bank entrance, and there's the very nice Lexus that these migrant types are loading up with free food.
Yeah.
So that's not good. I'm sure that's happening here, too. And then we have an example from America where food that was donated to a food pantry is somehow getting in onto the shelves of a bodega and being sold to the public.
You can tell by the one of each item mix match thing. Macaroni and cheese. That'll run you $1.49. You want some unsweetened apples? Just take it. 25 cents. It was free to me.
So that's what we got going on, too. So there's all these different levels to the scams. It's not just purely stealing the money. It's whenever there's an opportunity or vulnerability, it's an opportunity.
Yeah. Cutting corners, taking the U.S. from high trust to as low trust as you possibly can because it means 40 extra bucks for you.
Yep.
That's the migrant way.
It really is. And I found this. We're going to end migrant section with this stat. More than 60% of rental demand growth in the United States was from foreign-born population.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
We knew it. We saw the lines. We were showing you the charts as Biden was increasing the foreign-born population.
Did your guys' rent go up lately?
Yeah. Mine did.
Sure it did. Mm-hmm. And our final piece of the migrant section, this is New Yorkers gathering to celebrate New Year's Eve in 1936. What do you notice?
Good old days.
It's good old days.
Before the browning of America.
Real. All right, well, that's the end of our migrant section. I'm moving on to the final page of housekeeping where I can say whatever I want. Use the opportunity to go to the post. Help us juice the algo. Leave a like, comment again, then start yapping about what you want to yap about. P.O. Box needs to be full for post-Christmas presents. Notifications need to be on. Old episodes need to be watched. And the link to this episode needs to be sent to the boys in the group chat.
Okay,
I still got it.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks off.
I was practicing over break.
The intro was fucked up. You fucked up the intro today.
I went 1 for 1.
No, you went 1 for 5. And we cut the others.
All right. So first things first, I'm going to cook a little bit in this section, but we're going to go fast. But I am going to cook. Remember the guy from Africa who said there will be a great flood and he built the boat because God told him to?
He built multiple arcs, right?
Turns out that was wrong. He made that up and now he has been arrested.
Yeah. I heard he took donations and bought a Mercedes. Was that true?
Yeah.
Okay. So false prophet.
False prophet. Okay. I'm going to be honest.
All right. You missed that one. You didn't have the
We're following up. We're following up.
For sure.
Next, we have a Nostradamus predictions for 26
I guess they include, this is old school Nostradamus, not baby Nostradamus, right? So these are still going forward. Rivers of blood, plague of bees, and death by lightning. How many has he gotten wrong, though?
Does he ever say anything nice?
Yeah. This guy, he was in, 1500s, and he goes, I'm going to write down everything bad that's going to happen ever. Fucking idiot. Waste your time on that shit. But I guess it worked because he's popular and we still bring him up.
I wish he said, oh, they're going to invent the Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah.
It's like,
Apple stock will 400x in between 1995 and 2009.
Yeah.
Give me one of those, Nostradamus.
I wish there were fun ones.
Yeah.
All right, this next one, we're going to play at 2x speed, and there's no music because it's copywritten, but this is someone who's talking about what would happen if Yellowstone awakens and blows up the whole country. And he has his zones of who's safe and who's not. So there's the eruption center. Red is ash burial zone. You're done.
Okay, you're gone.
Orange is the
pyroclastic fallout.
Pyroclastic fallout. You're done. Yellow shockwaves. You're feeling it.
Okay.
And then we have toxic rain is the green.
Okay, toxic rain.
And here's where it gets good.
Survivor zone. I'm well within the survivor zone.
It feels good to be in the survivor zone.
Yeah.
Well, rarely are we in, it's always like, oh, Florida gets wiped out. Florida goes underwater.
Below sea level, yeah. We're in the safety zone.
Survivor zone, baby. We'll
What
see
do
you
you
in
guys-
Florida.
All right. Come to Florida if the Yellowstone thing goes off.
It's so good.
What is that, super volcano over there?
Yeah, something probably.
All right.
All right, next. This is not schizo. This is actually real.
Okay.
NASA did a study, and they believe that in August of this year, 2026, the Earth will lose gravity for 7 seconds. Can you read the rest of it?
Yeah, even though I don't want to. But it says, does the U.S. believe that in August 2026, the Earth will lose gravity for 7 seconds? Is this why subterranean tunnels and vaults are being built? Is it all just mumbo jumbo, or is there more to this story? Read the article.
Remember how we're talking about the elites?
Duration, 7.3 seconds. Expected casualties, 40 to 60 million. Hopefully we're in the survivor zone.
And can you read what will happen second by second?
1 to 2 seconds. Everything not secured will rise. People, vehicles, animals. 3 to 4 seconds. Objects will continue to rise to 15 to 20 meters. 5 to 6 seconds. Panic and chaos will ensue as people hit ceilings. I feel like hitting a ceiling is probably the best case. 7 seconds. Gravity returns and everything falls from height.
So, August of this year.
August 2026. All right. So we'll circle back on that. I got a feeling it's going to be like the Ark guy.
But we might need to strap in.
Okay.
All right, next we're gonna finish our final page of housekeeping with an unexplainable things section. These things are all unexplainable. We're gonna go piece by piece. First, they found Frogman in Mexico.
All right.
And then we have the video of that. We can show the bigger video of it. There's Frogman in Mexico climbing that pole. You see it.
Yeah, I see it. That's Frogman in Mexico for sure. I know that.
It's spooky. He's a cryptid.
Very spooky. Okay.
All right, next we have a bear versus Bigfoot fighting.
Bro, that's the real footage right there.
That's Bigfoot. Bear's putting up a fight.
We got to talk about.
But Bigfoot kind of handles him.
Oh, yeah, Bigfoot handles him. Okay, let's keep going quick.
All right, now we have multiple bird guys.
This is a bat boy in Mexico.
I mean, that looks pretty real.
Yeah, certainly does. He's some sort of bat boy.
And they captured him.
Yeah, he looks malnutritioned.
So I don't know how you explain that.
Okay.
And then there's another bird man in another Hispanic country.
The Mexicans seem to be
a lot of
these
bird
guys.
people. It's their atmosphere.
First La Llorona, now this. This lechuza looking ass bitch has been shape shifting all around the rancho.
They caught him.
That's fun. That's fun. This is a good section for you.
And then this is all the things I found over the break that I
know.
thought really needed to make it into the show.
Pent up. They're pent up.
Next, there's an Indian type, monk type guy, and he's got some special skills.
Oh!
And you can see the mirror. There's no one on that side going like this.
Excellent work by him.
So that's real. Have you ever seen that?
No, never. Not once in my life.
Crazy. Next, there's a floating car. This guy is in a bus, and he captures a floating car.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my
Look at
goodness
that.
gracious.
Look at that. How do you explain it?
I can't explain any of this. I'm getting scared.
And then our next one, this polar bear escapes a shark.
Hang on.
Oh, the shark. All right, let's move on to the last video since people get the point now.
You think so?
Yeah, since everyone gets the point.
Did you guys see the shark trying to get him?
Yeah, I did.
That's scary.
All right, let's play this. What is this, LeVar Ball?
Well, this guy does something I've never seen before. Maybe just play it and I'll explain it after. So he takes the saw, he puts it on the trolley, right?
Dolly.
The dolly.
Oh, shit. Into the wood.
Has this ever been done before that?
No. That's one of one.
Dolly saw into the thing?
Yep. Unexplainable, brother.
That's pretty impressive.
All right.
Well, that's the end of housekeeping.
Thank goodness.
And we're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, our first story from Cringe of the Week. We have some dog mediums. Listen to this woman talking. She's a dog medium.
I talk to dogs sometimes, and this one's telling me there's been some fighting. No, she wants a little more peace. Is there more peace in your household than your in-laws?
No, the in-laws are good.
They're good? Okay.
Are you a medium? Are you a seer?
I'm not a medium, but I'm a canine communicator. You laugh.
No, I'm not laughing at all.
8 years of training.
Really?
Yeah, almost more than doctors.
Where do you train?
And now I'm working Canine Communications Academy. Yeah, and now I'm working with all these apps. A lot of AI companies are trying to crack the code, but it's a real thing. Hey, buddy.
It really is a real thing.
Hey, there's some conflict that this one wants resolved, but yeah.
That's really an interesting thing because he's my brother-in-law's dog.
Yeah.
And he was given back to the kennel, the breeder, and he went to my brother-in-law.
Yep.
And now my brother-in-law, God bless him, is incarcerated for a crime he did not commit.
Oh my goodness. That's the chaos that they're talking about. That's
That's the chaos. The dog knows that
Is she doing a bit though?
Might be.
Yeah, okay, all right.
But the dog knows that the owner was falsely accused of crime and it's playing out in court. That's the chaos.
That's the anxiety that the Labradoodle is experiencing. But I kind of feel like she's joking.
Yeah.
But we have more.
We do have more, but also I think she's kind of serious sometimes.
I think so too.
You know,
sometimes you start to believe your own bullshit if you get enough right back to back to back. And women, I think, have more of a tendency to believe in some sort of like electromagnetic something. Oh, I felt something.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, your boyfriend was like this, like he cheated on you. Yeah. It wasn't that hard to see. He's been acting squirrely.
Yeah. The dog tells me that he gets excited about stuff and that frustrates you. I'm seeing a door and maybe some packages. Is there an Amazon guy? Does someone bring you your mail? And then the dog barks at that. Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
There's an Amazon guy involved.
The dog barks at the mailman at the door.
Okay.
But we have a more intense medium type. Listen to what this lady says.
How to let your pet know that you're going away for a few nights. What I recommend is that you do this when you're going to sleep at night. You're going to close your eyes, you're going to picture your pet in your head, and you're going to say their name just like you're thinking about getting bananas at the grocery store. Then you're going to tell them how many dark nights you are going to be away. You can do this up to 7 dark nights. We say dark nights instead of sleeps because animals sleep during the day. For instance, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to picture Domino, my cattle dog, in my head, and I'm going to say, Domino, I will be back in 7 dark nights. You can repeat that.
You think the dog knows 7?
You think the dog even knows Domino? You think he even knows what Domino means, that it's his name?
Dark nights. Doesn't know what night is, doesn't know what dark is, doesn't know what 7 is.
Good movie, though.
But hey, that's how you do it. That is, I guess, how you do it.
So, yeah, there's some sort of psychic component to communicating with your dog that women are trying to tap into. So
yeah, it's pretty impressive.
They're busy. They're busy. There's a woman who missed her window to have kids. Now she's telling Domino, I'm going to be gone for 7 days. I'm going to be gone, Domino.
7 nights. And then we have another lady here, another bad dog situation. This is from Christmas Gift Exchange.
Dog doesn't look very friendly. Got a constant muzzle.
You hear them rumbling.
Back of it, I'm just saying. Oh my God, thank you.
Fun Christmas party. So what's with the muzzled beast you have right here? Do you like him? You need that?
An elderly woman with a muzzled beast. You know, 60s. Some of these women can't even win a tug of war with a black lab. And they get a 90-pound muscle pit bull.
He's misunderstood.
I really don't get it. And I feel like a lot of dog relationships, some people conflate like, oh, a dog with like, I need to save a dog. I need to do this for the dog. You don't need to do anything.
The dog's already on it.
Fucked up.
It's already there.
He's on its path. He's fucked up. He wants to bite. You don't need to get involved, Susan.
That's how I feel with the vegans. Like, oh, I'm not going to eat chicken because it's mean to the chicken.
They already chopped it up.
It's already packed up.
They already chopped it up.
He's already in the box.
No, but there's a certain level here, like where what gives the dog joy? You take away its main joy, which is lunging at innocence, which it wants to do.
Thrashing. It likes to thrash.
You took that away with the muzzle. And so, like, it feels like everyone's just doing time. The dog's doing time, like he's like almost a prisoner. The woman's doing time until the dog's too frail to really thrash anymore. I don't understand some of these relationships, is my point. And I feel like women get caught doing this a lot, where Oh, I'm doing that. It's charity. They twist it in their mind. It's charity.
I'm saving him.
What? From what? He can go be locked up. If all he wants to do is lunge at people, he can go be locked up.
And I'm going to extrapolate and zoom out here.
Okay.
This same woman and the same mindset is why you have repeat offenders let out.
Yeah, and
refugees. Oh, he blah, blah, blah. He doesn't mean that. He has a couple bad things in his past, but we can save him. Let him out of jail.
Muzzle him and put an ankle monitor on him.
And then the same with the migrants. Oh, they're from Somalia and their country's shit, but we got to give them a chance. We can babysit them here.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's why the show is, a next level show.
Yeah.
We make those points. Next, we have a gross job section. Like we mentioned in the intro, we have 3 gross jobs here. And the first one we're just going to let play, but it involves touching shit.
Wait a minute. What's going to happen here?
Guy's a plumber, right? Shit plumber.
Is he really going to reach down into that back water valve and pull all those flushable wipes that's causing a whole house clog out of the... Oh my God. Pull. Oh, yep. There it is. An entire house backed up due to flushable wipes. So yeah, go ahead. Keep using those flushable wipes. Keep believing those things will go down the drain. I'll take your money. No sweat.
So he ends up saying, I think he made like $200. He said the easiest $200 I've ever made. But you're touching shit. And maybe I'm a pussy.
Other people's shit.
But touching other people's shit is like very disgusting. I once had a job.
Like $1,000 job. Should be 1,000.
And you wear like a hazmat bee suit.
His glove went up to here. He was just like, okay.
And there was
not going to get on my wrist, right?
There was another clip where the guy unscrews a cap and then the shit flies out and goes everywhere and it gets on him.
Yeah.
And that's just his job. And I actually once had a job where the toilet was clogged and I went downstairs to find a plunger. And when I got back, my coworker goes, "Oh, I took care of it." And he's like putting his sleeve back. And he just put his hand in the toilet and pulled it out.
Some people are built for that, I guess. Digging around in shit.
So, yeah, some people have a different relationship with shit. And I'm not trying to be rude to blue-collar workers. But this is different when it comes to shit. Like, shit's
There's
not
a bio factor to it. It's a different thing.
I'm not being rude to, like, a plumber.
For sure.
But not every blue-collar job is shit-related. Every shit-related job is blue-collar. I'm not like being rude to plumbers. I'm not trying to act like a pussy.
No.
But there is a touching shit thing that I don't fully understand. Some people are just turned off and desensitized to it.
Yeah, good and good for them. You better be if it's your job, turned off and desensitized. But I think there should be an itemized bill. Like, oh, I'm a plumber, and if you're getting roots out of a pipe or you have to lay some new pipe, it's like, oh, that was easy, no problem. Here's your bill. But if there's a touch shit factor. Had to touch shit. That's like $85.
It's like $1,000.
Yeah, I was being fair.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Okay.
But there's something there where some people are just savages, and I respect it.
Yeah.
Next, we have a gross pedicure. We're going to play this at 2x speed. You guys see what's going on here. Someone brings their disgusting foot.
Godzilla. I think this is a reptile.
This is a reptile.
Some sort of Godzilla type.
And it gets better. There's like
in there
an ecosystem in between the toes. Spraying it with some coconut oil seems to be doing good. And we're going to fast forward to the final results here. They get a lot of work done, a lot of shaving down. This is just a gross job from our gross job section, but it looks better after.
Yeah. But it looked like a worn out iguana after instead of a full Tyrannosaurus or something.
Yeah, instead of an alligator.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
A lot of people have feet problems. I think feet, especially fat fucks.
Oh, yeah.
They get those legs, and then the bottom of your legs looks discolored. That's real diabetic, pre-diabetic shit.
Yeah, not good. And
then this was something else.
And then our last gross job, you guys might not agree with this, but I think it's pretty weird. This guy's a massage guy. And, you're a massage guy, but you're like deep in this guy's ass.
Yeah. You move the blanket over, you get his whole ass cheek.
You're deep in his ass.
You kind of brush up on his nutsack a little bit. Yeah. That's gross, yeah.
And it's like you're really touching this guy, and I'm sure he's like, there's worse clients. You could have the foot person come in.
Yeah.
But isn't that really kind of gross?
So what's your point here?
I don't know. I just saw like 3 gross jobs, and I said, I could put this in a gross job section. We'll start with the shit.
Touching shit was really what did it for you.
I was talking to you about that over break.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
I don't understand.
I don't like it either.
But some people are just, it's no big deal.
But there's no broader lesson here. There's nothing.
When I was
to
a
learn.
little kid, I used to go fishing, and I would use bunker as bait. And for the whole summer, my hands would smell like bunker.
Mm-hmm.
If I was touching shit, I don't think I'd ever eat food again.
Yeah, there's some residual.
But there's those shit guys, I'm sure they take a lunch break, and they're eating Chick-fil-A like this.
Yeah.
They might not even wash their hands.
Oh, don't get started. I think they wash their hands. Come on. All right. Lesson learned. Some people are out there really doing it.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the broader point.
All right, we're moving on to our final 2 pieces of cringe. This guy was in the women's bathroom, and he was caught stroking his shit.
This is one of the same Planet Fitnesses, right? This is like a Planet Fitness that also had a trans person in the locker room, and now there's a guy stroking his shit. And Can we even show this?
Well, we had to blur it a little bit.
Yeah.
We had to blur the shadow a little bit.
So it's a guy's feet underneath the stall, and he's visibly stroking his shit.
Yeah, that's what's behind the blur. And then we can fast forward a little bit to the confrontation.
The guy pretending to be a girl is kind of defending himself.
You're better off using that bathroom though, because she felt uncomfortable.
He's saying he's uncomfortable.
You were really comfortable touching your shit. Bro, I literally saw your shadow, bro. Like,
Well, listen.
come on, dog.
Listen.
Touching your shit.
My shadow, that doesn't mean anything. I was in here.
All right, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I think this girl's boyfriend comes in.
Yeah. Bro, we have a video of what you were doing, bro. The shadow says it all, bro. Don't act innocent, bro. I saw the fucking video. I was on FaceTime watching you, bro. That's fucking crazy work, bro.
All right.
Confronted.
You have a podcast, don't you? Yeah, no, this guy, and we'll show you some video at the end. It's just like a visible man, barely even drying, stroking his shit in the women's locker room.
He said he was drying off.
Because he gets off on it, and you got caught. And then there's like a denial / stand your ground that has to be done. But we all know what happened, right?
Yeah.
So typical degenerate trans type behavior, stroking your shit in a Planet Fitness locker room.
Not good.
That's desperate man. You know, a desperate man who has to stroke his shit somewhere else or really has to get desperate. That's what you do. And you might tell people you're a lady, but we know what you are.
You're getting off.
You're a desperate man.
All right, our last story from Cringe of the Week is just an article headline I saw that I thought was pretty funny. Can you give it a read?
Motherhood is a trap. Marriage is a bad deal. Feminist Corinne Mayer on learning to be selfish.
It's like, ma'am, with all due respect, I think you're just mad because you have a giant nose.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to not take your advice on this because you have freakish proportions that eliminated you from the dating pool. And unfortunately, I know you have some resentment and a little bitter. Take care of that nose.
Yeah.
Get some surgery.
And I'm not going to make any Jewish point about this, like, oh,
It's not even
Jewish women telling white families not to have families and discouraging it. There's no point to be made for that.
Yeah. Why would you even say that?
Take the high road.
Yeah. And that's not even a Jewish nose. That's just a freak genetic thing that happened. So,
yeah.
That's not even a Jewish nose.
All right. Well, that's the end of Cringe. We're now moving on to Urban Decay. All right, our first story from Urban Decay, we have some Black Christmas highlights. First is a woman who went to 15 toy drives to give toys to her family.
15 toy drives later. Yes, I was in the club all year, so I had to make it to these toy drives. We was drinking Don Julio all year, so I had to go to the toy drives. This is 15 toy drives worth. We got more over here. See, somebody gifted the car to us, and then we have this right here. We got this from the toy drive. Toy drive. And you could tell we went to the toy drives because we didn't even decorate the tree. Somebody gave us.
There you go.
So she went to 15 toy drives to give her children the Christmas they deserved. And it's basically like a full-time job. When's the last time you went to 15 places for something? It had to be for work, right?
Never.
And I'm reminded of the woman that we covered who was the realtor for squatters. If you
Yeah.
remember that story. She'd meet up with him. She'd give him the keys. She'd help him find the apartment. She did everything a realtor did, except it was illegal and into someone else's house. I'm getting a lot of the same vibes here. Like, the effort you put into 15 toy drives is equivalent to a job. So it's like they're open to working as long as it's like hitting a lick or something.
Yeah.
Right? And it brings me to another point that we've long been like advocates for on the show is a direct giving type of charity, that mindset, like where you help a family out who you know, oh, that's dad lost work. I'm going to give him $400 for Christmas. Or I know these guys are on hard times. I'm going to take care of this for them. I remember we talked about this when we did the roofing, the Rudan roofing. Remember when they give random people who are kind of like just blue collar people, they'd give them a whole roof for free. This person doesn't deserve anything. No charity. Fuck this lady, right?
Yeah.
But that's who's the end of the funnel after you dump off a few toys at the toy drive and go, I feel good about myself this holiday season. And there's a big fat scammer sitting at the bottom of the pipe waiting to slurp it up 15 times.
Waiting to slurp it up. And it's another example of like why we don't live in a high trust society anymore.
Totally.
Because you drop off toys, do the right thing. That's very nice. Maybe even some nice toys. And it just gets taken by someone who sees that as an opportunity.
Yeah. And if you're going to toy drives, you shouldn't have the Mercedes little kid car. You shouldn't even put that in your kid's head.
You should be getting Lincoln Logs and Tinker Toys.
Yeah. You should
Legos,
be getting
maybe.
A science kit, a microscope, something to get out of the hood. Not the toy drive like, I'm pimping now. I went to 15.
When you get older, you get a real one.
Yeah. No, you don't.
You don't. And then next one, this child got a gift, a gun gift. Look what happens here.
Oh! That's a Draco! That's a Draco! Put it in. Put the mag in. Oh my goodness! That's a Draco! That's a fully ARP switch! Ooh!
Micro Drake!
Micro Drake!
And the twerking begins.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys noticed the money in the waistband.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the bad gun safety.
Yeah.
Where she's just pointing the gun at her brother.
Certainly never checked that the chamber was empty or anything like that. She just inserts the magazine and gets to twerking around.
And then some people might be saying, well, what's the difference between this and when our side gives guns to kids? Like there's that picture of Lauren Boebert with her whole family holding guns.
Yeah.
Those are all rifles with scopes, and they're meant for sport shooting and hunting and precision.
Yeah.
The micro Draco isn't for precision. It's for settling beefs at your local Wawa.
Yeah, it's for when Chipotle forgets your guac and then disrespects you at the end of it, too. So you go to your car, you get the mini Draco. That's what it's for. It's not for hunting. You don't hunt deer with the mini Draco.
It's for letting that thing talk.
Yeah. So there is a difference here.
Yeah, and that's the micro Draco, and I actually have the micro Draco myself.
Yeah, but you're kind of like an adult with stupid tastes who has some sort of like R&B, hip-hop, 90s thing in the back of his mind. You're not an 18-year-old girl.
Who's going to be a little more threatening at school now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty funny how that works. And it makes you wonder, should black people be allowed to have guns at all?
It does make you wonder. I've been wondering.
And that point was actually made by the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire. Can you read that tweet?
They said, no guns for blacks. That is sensible gun control. If you're not willing to start there by tackling the biggest problem first, you're not serious about gun control. Now let's talk about sensible voter control.
So they're making a joke and a broader point, and obviously we're not ever advocating for gun control, but if the left wants to do gun control,
you got to take it away from one certain group.
Let's start with the worst gun people and work our way up, right? Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
But they don't. They want to take it from NRA members.
Yeah, and you know what type of black people we're talking about. We're not talking about the black guy who did 5 years in the Marines and now he drives one of the old pickup trucks and he drives around and he wears a hat and he tucks in his T-shirts. He can keep the guns.
Yeah.
We're talking about the mini Draco, out parking lot, twerking types, certain type.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And it's the ones who are doing all the crime per capita.
Yes.
Which takes us to our next point. We have a tweet and a rebuttal. Can you read the first tweet?
Oh, this is from some sort of black feminist, and She said, if per capita is your excuse for focusing more on the crimes of minorities, when you know white people commit far more.
And then there was a rebuttal I thought was a great point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a per capita argument. So you have a gun to your head and are forced to eat one bean. There are 100 green beans. 10 are poisoned. The rest are safe. There are 10 red beans. 5 are poisoned. The rest are safe. So 10% versus 50%. Do you eat a green bean or a red bean? Your answer to this determines whether I think you should be allowed to vote or not.
I eat a red bean.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, the red bean, I don't know. I walk home at night. I'm safe. I'll eat a red bean.
At least the red bean's seasoned.
Yeah.
So true.
You get it. We just had to illustrate that point.
And then we have a situation here during Christmas break where the woman goes to get her hair did at one of those local hair shops that aren't actual storefronts. It's people's apartments where they do the hair doing. And this is how it goes down when she brings all of her kids to the store.
I'm sorry I had to bring my baby. They won't say I don't have nobody to watch them. Now I had to get on the bus.
You're part of my policy.
I didn't know that. This one said I got on the bus.
I understand, but I don't allow kids while I'm doing hair around. Period. It's just you, and that's it.
So I'm saying, what I'm supposed to do? Cause
I mean, I don't know. That's not my problem. I just supposed to do the hair. That's all I'm supposed to do.
So yeah, I get it. You don't want to have 7 kids in your makeshift business. That's already not legit.
Yeah, and the mother who brought 6 children to this acquaintance's front door expecting free babysitting said, what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like there's this whole angle on like social trust, right? Where she knows this is a scumbag move to bring 6 kids, but she acts like it's his fault, the hairdresser or whatever. There's a certain like, yeah, we know she's not that socially aware, but she's not retarded enough to not know this is a problem.
Yeah.
So she comes in and puts the burden on this guy. And it's just a very weird situation. Like you expect everyone just to kind of go with it. Me going into someone's apartment or someone's house, I'm like, I'm a bit of a problem. I'm 6'3", 240. Like, where am I going to sit? You know, I got to be like this. You're what? 5'9", 360, 65? You're a problem too.
You got to think about it.
So, no, just the sheer like will to bring in 6 kids to someone's house who you like barely know, or, you know, you didn't even run it past them.
Because you need to get your hair did.
It's like, it's where dumb meets sociopath. It's somewhere in between those two.
Like you're so dumb, you're a sociopath by accident.
Yeah. But, man, I don't know. Like you get a big enough guy in a room, you start going like, where's he going to sit? That chair. I don't know. I don't trust that chair. That's IKEA. 6 kids. It's like the same thing. I don't know.
So true.
So,
all right, let's move on to our next story. This is a female police lieutenant, and she's confronted by a madman. Look what happens.
This is in Seattle. Guy opens the door. I don't know why she's stopping traffic. She steps out, launches her, steals the car. Mine now. She'll probably get promoted to chief over this.
She keeps trying the door.
Yeah. Smart.
And then he drives away, and she does nothing.
Yep.
Not even close.
Lady cop.
She got in the cop costume and everything. She got a gun and then absolutely gets hip-tossed out of your car. Your car gets stolen. There's a giant shotgun in it.
Oh, yeah. You just armed a madman.
Probably a rifle in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And now everyone is in more danger because of you, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant's pretty high up. It's not that high, but it's higher than sergeant.
Very. All right, our next story. This is another random attack. The 75-year-old woman was attacked by a repeat offender. We have the security camera.
All right, this woman, she's walking. She's on a street corner. This is Seattle too, right?
This is Seattle, I believe, yeah. And then over comes a repeat offender with a stick.
Does
And
it
then
ne'er-do-well?
wham, right in the face. And then down she goes, random. He's carrying a bag of shit. He's got a stick in his hand.
It's a typical street rat, unkempt hair. He's a different type of minority. They find him with the stick. The woman's an
Stick with the
elderly
nail
woman.
in it. Stick with the nail in it. Look what happened to her. Here's her nice picture.
Yeah.
And here's what happened to her. She's in the hospital. Can you read some of the context?
Yeah, it was an unprovoked attack. She lost an eye and broke her nose and cheekbone. And the guy has a long, violent record of stabbings and drugs. So, this is where we're at. Elderly woman, guy's not in prison.
And he hits her with a piece of wood with a nail in it. And I hate to show Officer Tatum on the show, with all the Israel stuff, but
that's what he loves.
He did post the context, so we had to read it.
That's what he loves.
All right, let's get to our next repeat.
I don't mind Officer Tatum. He just needs to chill out. He needs to
reverse the deal.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Similar story. 65-year-old woman was fatally stabbed at Barnes & Noble in Florida, authorities said. A suspect is in custody, according to police. We don't have too much context on the stabbing, but there's a lesson in here. This is unkempt dread type guy, right? And there's a lesson in terms of like camouflage and surroundings, right? This guy with his back up against a storefront sitting on a city street, you probably get away with it most of the time.
Still avoid, but
when he's out and in Barnes & Noble, or say he's at a wine cellar, something so out of place where this guy could never be, that's when he's on the prowl.
Yeah, you see him in Barnes & Noble,
you got to lock in.
Something bad's about to happen.
It's time. And if you're a young white man and you see this guy at Barnes & Noble, it's time to put yourself between him and the grandmas and stuff.
Very true.
It's time to lock in. So
it's time to lock in.
There's not only about the offender, I want to make the point, it's not only about how the offender looks or how crazy he is, but the context of where he is and where you see him. That's important.
Very true. It's a good point. Next, we have a guy who is admitting to starting a fire, it sounds like.
Yeah. Here's the video.
Go that fucking shit, bitch. Y'all see your fucking house on fucking fire, bitch. Y'all see your fucking house on fucking fire, bitch. I lit that shit on fucking fire, bitch. I lit that shit on motherfucking fire, bitch. Now how you gonna fucking recover, bitch? How the fuck are you gonna recover, bitch? Y'all saw your house on motherfucking fire, bitch. And I lit that.
We get it.
Yeah, we understand.
And obviously he's repeating, another thing to look out for, which we always talk about. And there's actually a new definition for the black repeating that happens before escalation. It's called black looping.
Yeah, someone said black looping, the behavior stereotypically attributed to black people of becoming highly agitated and repeatedly shouting the same word or phrase over and over at high volume.
That's great. We kind of invented that.
Yeah, someone else just kind of formalized it. This is like, we always talked about it. We're like sailors who saw the Galapagos Islands, and we're like, oh yeah, look at the turtles. And then some scientist came after us and then named them all, gave them a scientific name. So we saw them first. We
got it first.
We knew what it was first. Yeah.
And there's a thing now where black fatigue is becoming black exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
Saw that first.
I don't know.
Who's going to write that one up?
What's after that?
Well, that's the end of Urban Decay.
You done? You cutting it off? We got so much stuff. We wasted so much time in housekeeping.
Hey, we got some stuff, but that's all going to be in bonus land. Okay. So if you guys want the stuff that didn't make it, that is very good, go to bonus land. Fleccastalks.com is the website. And also, we did 4 bonus lands during break. Okay. So there's a lot of backlog content, and then obviously we do a bonus land with every show before that. So FleccasTalks.com is the website. Go join bonus land. You'll have a lot to do. Join the community. That's the end of Urban Decay. We're now moving on to Uplifting Gold, and we have a lot of uplifting stuff today. Our first story, this took place on the LIRR, the Long Island Railroad, it looks like.
I've ridden on that.
I have too. And there's some sort of urban conflict happening, and listen to how the people respond.
I don't know why they would
Isn't that nice?
You got to drown out the ice spice fight going on in the back of the train. Yeah. And I think that's Biggie Smalls and Ice Spice right there.
Yeah,
right?
And they're not happy. They're beefing.
That is how you got to do it.
Get the Micro Draco out next.
Oh, you make that thing talk. Make that thing talk, young lady.
All right, next, this guy was filming himself doing like a social media joke in the doctor's office, but then he gets caught by the doctor.
Hey, how are you? I'm all right. What's going on? Nothing much.
Guy goes, what's going on?
How much do you think this guy weighs?
400?
400?
No, more.
Yeah, he's big.
440, 450, 460.
440, 460, twerking on the doctor's office. Brother, you need medical intervention.
What's going on? No, nothing. How you do it?
Nothing.
What were you doing?
Is this the weight? You here for the weight loss surgery, you pig?
All right, next, this guy had a New Year's Eve celebration that got kind of out of hand.
All right, so he let off, 100 alarms? I don't get it.
Yeah, he let off a ton of fire alarms. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So that's uplifting because he did something.
Okay. All right.
Lock
next. Back in.
All right, locking in. Next, corn dog. You guys know what a corn dog is? We're playing this in the background. This guy makes a brisket and cheese corn dog, and he squishes it together. He dips it in the stuff. He makes the corn dog. It looks fantastic. Anything can be corn dogged, that means.
Yeah.
There's a whole new genre of food we never even thought about where you can corn dog anything.
You're talking about the corn dog as a platform, as a vehicle. Yeah.
And you
it's
load
not just
it with
corn
whatever.
dogs.
Corn dog Reuben.
Ooh.
Corn dog French dip.
Town Deli would like that.
Corn dog French dip.
Okay, I'm with you, actually.
What else can you corn dog?
I'm thinking of corn dog type desserts.
Corn dog sausage and the batter is pancake and you dip it in syrup.
What? You'd think McDonald's or Burger King or someone would have done that by now. You'd think someone would have done that.
You can corn dog anything. You can use cornbread as the corn dog outside. You can use pancake as the corn dog outside. You can use corn
dip
dog.
Dip it in gravy. Corn dog, dip it in gravy, like a biscuits and gravy type thing. You can change everything. It's all interchangeable. All right, moving on.
That's pretty good.
I agree.
And then next, this Italian deli gives us a tip on how to cut your sandwich without squishing it weird.
Do not make the sandwich messy. Cut it first, look.
He cuts it first, then he puts it on backwards, though.
It's all right. But doesn't that make it less messy?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't like the backwards, though.
And that deli's in Arthur Ave, which is in Brooklyn, which is, if you guys know, and you're a New Yorker, local, go to the Italian deli place, that's a great spot.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah, you're a big Brooklyn guy.
You know, I used to go to Arthur Ave to get Christmas Eve ingredients.
You never went to Brooklyn.
I did.
You never went to
Our family has roots on Arthur Ave.
Nah, you're lying.
Nope.
He's lying. I caught him lying at the end of Uplifting Gold for no reason.
Swear to God.
Fleccas used to do this thing where he goes, I swear to God.
I never did that.
You think he got out of it.
I swear to God.
You're a criminal and a liar and you have no ties to the Bronx.
Family roots, Arthur Ave.
Okay. I trust you.
All right, next we have Uplifting Gold. There is discrimination against white people, as you guys know, but now there's a pathway to solve it.
I'm Andrea Lucas, chair of the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Are you a white male who's experienced discrimination at work based on your race or sex? You may have a claim to recover money under federal civil rights laws. Contact the EOC as soon as possible. Time limits are typically strict for filing a claim. The EOC is the federal agency charged with enforcing federal anti-discrimination law against businesses and other private sector employers.
It's pretty good. I'm glad we have a resource, and if you guys have been discriminated against, go do that.
Yes.
All right, our final clip of the show, the Pure Americana clip of the week. This kid is practicing hunting.
He hit him.
You
shot him.
He hit him. Isn't that pretty good?
That's good. You got close
Hit him
enough.
with the Nerf gun.
Good for that little kid.
He'll be a good hunter one day.
That's all it is, getting close to the animal.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And you take the shot.
All right, that's the end of the show. We do have some shout outs. We have a happy birthday to Garrett, whose birthday was on December 15th. We missed it before break, but we had to shout him out. He is a show watcher. He watches daily, and he's a very hardworking, selfless guy who provides for his family. So that's the type of guy we like. Happy birthday, Garrett.
Happy birthday, Garrett.
We have happy birthday to Michelle on December 28th. And also congrats on your marriage, their first date with her and Chip, their first date.
Michelle and Chip.
Michelle and Chip. Their first date
Chip.
was 31 years ago on New Year's Eve in 1994. And Chip is in the military actively, so thank you for your service, Chip.
Whoa.
And Chip, what's Chip short for?
I don't know. I picture a motorcycle cop.
Chipstopher?
Chipstopher, yeah. I like Chip, though. That's rare.
Chip.
It's going away. It's going away.
Is it a name that comes from anything, or do you have like a kid with a chipped tooth and you call him Chip forever?
I think it's just Chip. Maybe Charles. Maybe Charles or something like that.
That's an old school name that got away from us.
Chip.
Thank you, Chip. Congrats on your marriage and happy birthday to Michelle on December 28th.
Happy birthday.
And then we have a happy birthday to Christian, who turned 28 on January 5th yesterday. He's a bonus lander and a Farmer Bill's enjoyer.
Who? What's the name?
Christian.
Christian. All right.
Happy birthday, Christian.
Happy birthday, Christian.
Hey, guys, we're back. The show is back. We didn't lose the edge. I was scared we were going to come back and not be able to do the show anymore because we forgot how to do it. But that is not the case. This was a upper middle third episode, which is great. It's all you can ask for.
It's easy.
Very grateful for you guys watching, especially all the way through. If you want to join Bonus Land for 30 extra minutes, that's going to happen tomorrow at 11 a.m. on FleccasTalks.com. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you had a nice break. Happy New Year. We are back. We will see you on Friday.
We're
Domino, I will be back in 7 dark nights.